Hello and welcome to You Are Human, a show attempting to decode human potential and possibilities by bringing you real stories, real heroes. My today's guest is merely 9 years of age, and when he was in grade 1, he was already sitting down to write the notes for his first book. And when he was in grade 2, he published his first book. And I am so lucky to have this one right here with me. It's called Mind Blowing Creatures. He is a hardcore animal lover, and every time that I have met him, I do not have the answers to his questions. Please welcome Mohammad Hashim. Hi, Hashim. How are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm fine.
Thank you so much for being on the show. I'm so delighted to have you after all the grilling sessions that I've had with you and your question and answers, which I mostly don't have the answers for. I hope you don't ask me something really out of syllabus today. Please.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. So, Hashim, tell me, when was the first time, do you have a memory of the first animal that you saw on TV or that you read about?
Um, let's see from animals to birds. So the first animal I read about was a cheetah. And the
Oh.
first fact I read about it was it could run at 100 miles per hour.
Amazing. And the bird? Any memory of a bird?
Yeah, the peregrine falcon, and it can dive at like 200 miles per hour down.
That is amazing. I think this was all in GK when we studied, when I was in school, but now I really don't remember a lot. Tell me something. When you were a kid, I mean, you're still a kid, it's not like when you were a kid, but when you first watched animals and birds, what did it make you feel?
It made me feel something I never felt before like that in my life. It felt a bit nervous to me. So I just started to go on with it. And as like 1 year progressed, I started to go like, yeah, it's okay. I can handle it. And then I just handled it like with no any problems. And that inspired me to write the book you know today.
But tell me something, you were nervous watching animals? What made you nervous about animals? Like just because they didn't look like us and you've just looked at human beings and you're like, who are these creatures? Is that the curiosity you had?
No, it was because that, it was new to me. You know the feeling how human beings are like, oh, what's this? Literally, what's this? Because it's new to them. They've never seen it before. So when I first saw a warthog, I was like, what's that creature with the big tusks? And I started to get nervous over them. And I was only like 4 years at the time, and you know how kids like that,
Yes,
get scared.
yes. So was it like you were not interested in toys and board games, but you were more curious about animals? Is that how you were? Or you did have a mix of both?
I was not curious in toys, literally. Every time I would be like, no toys. And
This is not for me.
Yeah,
I'm meant for the animal world.
yeah,
Hmm?
the animal world.
What is your favorite? I mean, I'm sure it would be wrong to ask you to pick one, but is there any favorite animal that you have? Or
No.
you just love them all?
Because look, that every animal, as a human perspective of view, is the same. A lion, a bird, a crocodile, it's all the same from a human perspective. But what I like about animals, if you look inside their body, everything is different. What makes me like them all.
Oh, makes you like them all.
Yeah.
Okay. What inspired you to write this book when you were in grade 1? You know, that's when people are still children your age are still running around banging their heads, you know. I do not know if I'm saying it right. That's what children do. Yeah. But what inspired you to write a book at that age? Was it your parents who pushed you towards it, or was it you saying, no, I want to write things down?
So when I first read about other writers that wrote books about animals, like at the age of 40 plus, and also when there were like tons of facts on TV and books, I was like, whoa, I can't handle this. This is just too much for me. And you already know I was nervous, so I just decided to make a notebook. But then I realized, what if more people are like me? More people will come into this fascination and push themselves toward the animal world. They would not
Right.
be forced to, but they have an idea of doing it.
Right, right.
So that inspired me to do it.
Did you want to write in a language that maybe somebody else your age could understand? Did you want to like communicate to somebody else your age group? Because you rightly said that the other writers or authors are 40 plus. So did you want to write a book so that you could resonate with people your age group?
So what my book is a strategy book called a targeter. A targeter book mostly targets people at all age.
Oh, okay.
So like a person who first learned English and knows how to read a book, like their first steps, like KG2 or grade 1, they can read this book. They will be engaged in this book. A grown up at the, any age of a grown up could also read this book. A kid and a grown up and a teenager could all read this book. That's what a targeter is. So it does not target people at my age, it targets people at all ages.
Who are curious about animals.
Yeah.
Right. And those who are not curious, if they go through this book, I'm sure it definitely gave me a lot of insight. Like there's so many things that I didn't know. And I was like, oh, okay, this is what this animal is all about. So it definitely increased my knowledge and it did get me curious about some really interesting creatures that you have put together in this particular book. So thank you. Thank you for having this, introduction to the animal world. I would like to call it as an introduction to the animal world because there are so many more beautiful creatures, right?
No, this is only like 0.1% of what it is.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's like an introduction to the animal world. And then, it's like a vast ocean for you to dive in and to figure out what you're more curious about and to know.
But now I'm like 80% sure about all animals.
Oh, is it?
But when I just started, I was like, wait, what?
I already know so much. But I would agree to that. So this Ramadan, we met for dinner and I actually got Hashim a book which was about animals. It was like 4,000 plus facts on animals and other, general knowledge bits. And he knew almost everything. And I was like, oh, do you know this? And he already knew. So I can definitely believe that you know probably 80% of the animal kingdom by now.
Yeah, but like the thing is that new animals get discovered every single day.
Yes. That's also that.
Just 1 week ago, a new dinosaur was discovered.
Really?
Victoria.
Oh, is it?
Victoria diabensis.
Okay.
And nobody even knows about it yet. Only the people who discovered it know about it.
Right.
But the people who put effort into doing it can cover more than I did.
Right. No, absolutely. It's amazing, the amount of discoveries that we as human beings do. I mean, there's so much more to unfold and to this world, right?
Yeah.
What is it that you think we human beings lack that animals have? Like, what is it something that you would want us to have like animals?
I would say that not all humans have it. Most humans are pretty good at this thing that I'm going to mention. It's not having an impact. That most humans, like produce things that are bad for the environment, plastic bags, stuff like that. Humans are impactful, but their impact is not in a good way. It's in a bad way. The badder it is, the more, more animals die. But animals aren't impactful. They just carry on with their lives. Like, humans should also do this. Why do humans even have to harm the environment when they can just carry on with their lives? That's something I don't understand. Yet, that's the 20% I don't know about. That humans should be like animals and just go with the flow. Just like not harm the environment that much as we humans do. Of course, we emit plastic bags into the ocean. We, make factories that produce smoke, which harms the environment. But animals lack that.
Yeah.
Well, they lack what we have so much. We have so much of impact, and none of it is
But
good.
that's a negative impact. That's what we do. Yeah. I think that's a very wise thing to put forward because today there are so many summits happening talking about how to tackle the damage that has already been done to the environment and how we can protect the environment.
Yeah.
Yes. And thank you for raising it up that animals don't do that. Although we as human beings have the power to impact, but how are we using that power? We're not using it in the best way possible.
Yeah, and here's a fact as well as a memory. So, like, for example, human impacts are increasing about 90% each day. Like, more and more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. While lions killing humans, 536 humans got killed in 2019. That has only decreased to about 50 to 60 humans dead from lions each year. And as humans, we're producing about 8 trillion carbon dioxide each year.
Which is killing so many more organisms.
Yeah.
So we are the bigger culprits, aren't we?
Yeah.
So there's a lot we have to learn from the animal kingdom, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you were to imbibe a power of any animal, what would you like to have? Maybe do you want to run like a cheetah? Do you want to... Is there anything like any power of that animal? Wish I could have it. Do you have any thought that way?
Well, the thing is that no.
No? You want to be a human being, not imbibe any characteristic
because
of...
if we get the power of the animals, we will eventually beat them, causing to extinction. Because every animal has its own trait, and if we adopt those traits, and every human like, oh, I want to be a cheetah, oh, I want to be like a basilisk and run on water. So, like, the more people who adopt animals will kill that species and kick that out of the planet, which is bad.
That's another perspective, and that's what we do, don't you think? Like there are so many species that have got extinct because of our doings.
Like if we get enough power, to adopt those animals, like for example, we can easily, like a cheetah can easily run faster than us, right? But if a human was like, okay, I'm just gonna shoot the speed of a cheetah, they would get beaten, and all their food, like they eat deer just like human. We hunt deer. So then the species would run out because humans would keep hunting them with their guns and, running faster than the cheetah. So then the deers would die out, causing the cheetahs to die out, causing animals who, eat dead cheetahs to thrive, which will cause more scavengers to appear and more, bones. And every time you'll walk through the street, you'll probably find one skeleton.
Yes, that's another perspective. And thank you. Thank you for highlighting that. Then how dangerous can it be, right? Yeah. If we have the qualities of the animals.
Yeah.
Yes. What is it that you want to become when you are a grown-up? Because I remember the first time I met you, you said that you want to become an animal photographer. You wanted to become a wildlife photographer. And the next time when I met you, you had a different take on it. So right now, in this moment, what is it that you have in mind? Like, once I'm a grown-up, this is what I want to do.
Yes, that's a pretty difficult question. And yeah, I do have multiple dreams.
It's okay. There's no stopping at multiple dreams. It's good to have multiple dreams.
Okay. So like, you know what? I just want to lead on with what I already have. I want to be a zoologist.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, be the prime minister of an entire country.
Wow, that's amazing.
Just to control animals, that is. So,
yes, I like the purpose behind it and the idea behind it.
And yeah, but I'm adding new ideas every single year. I want to soar the skies. I want to dive in the ocean and see the Mariana Trench. I want to fly high and, just conquer everything in the world.
That is amazing. That is amazing. And good luck to you.
Yeah.
What about your friends? Like, do you have these conversations with your friends and they're like, oh my God, what is this? Or do you have a friend circle that also contributes to similar likings?
Nope.
No?
Like, I just try to, hide my ideas. Because the more I hide them, the more people will be surprised and will, when I achieve those goals and, be a zoologist discovering animals, the more people will be surprised. If, the friends, I tell them that, yeah, I want to be this, then, it'll spread across different people, making more people know about it. And when I finally achieve that goal, boom, no surprisement.
So you like the surprise element in life.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep that surprise element? I think that's what, a lot of us do by sharing a lot, whereas we have to keep it to ourselves so that we work towards it, you know?
Or else people will just stop you. Like they'll be like, yeah, I'm just gonna do the same thing as you, and
Or
stop
probably,
your idea.
what is this are you getting into? There's so many better things. So you're right. Like some people
Yeah.
might stop you, some people might
annoy you.
discourage you from doing what you want to do. So it's always better to keep it to yourself and then just show what you have.
And then when you reach that goal, you'll be like, people will be like, whoa, I'm
Yeah.
speechless right now.
Yes, I think that's something we all should learn, to hide things and to keep things secretive and work towards whatever we want to achieve. And then when we are at the finish line, that's when we announce, because I think that has the maximum charm and energy. We protect that energy of where we want to be and what we want to do. So thank you so much, Hashim. Hashim, is there anything you would like to tell all the human beings who are watching this? Because I'm sure a lot of animals are not going to watch this, or maybe they are, with their, in their homes. Anybody who has a pet and they're watching this episode. But is there anything you would like to say to everybody who's watching? I know you highlighted that we as human beings should have more positive impact, which I think all of us would consciously make an effort to do. But is there anything you would like to say to everybody?
Okay, I'm taking my final breath for the moment I've been waiting for. So, what I want to say to all of you, my dear viewers, is that find your own impact in life. So, it doesn't have to be animals. It doesn't have to be what I have. Don't try to copy other people. Find your own impact in life. Search so hard that you cover every topic, and then just be like, oh, I just picked this topic. And then pick that topic, and it'll be your life interest. Like your interest in life. So basically what I want to say as a wrap up to all the viewers is that find your own interest in life. From animals to chemistry to science to math to even countries and politics, find anything that you like in the world that suits you, not other people.
Those are some wise words from this whiz kid, isn't it? Thank you so much. I think that is something we all need to hear. There are so many times when we are choosing interests not based on our likings, but based on what we're expected to do. So it is so important to find what interests you and to follow the interest and to succeed in it. Thank you so much, Hashim, for being here. This has been an interesting conversation. And again, to all my viewers, and if you're a parent, if you want to get this book for your child, if your child is interested in animals or in cars or in math, as Hashim said, anything, let's just support our children, because you never know what all they can do for this world. He wants to become a prime minister. He wants to get into, ruling a country in a way that he can protect animals. So that's a brighter future for the world, to have brighter children who follow their interest, who have interests. So they can only follow their interests when we support them. So let's do that. And if you do wish to pick this book, I will put the link below, and you could definitely get a book for yourself, which is written by Hashim. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. If it has inspired you, even slightly, then please like, share, and comment. See you on the next one. Until then, remember, our time is limited. Let's make the most of it. Keep watching You Are Human on YouTube and listen to these amazing conversations on Spotify and other audio platforms.